I thought today was the best day to fall into some despair and suffering. So I'm watching more ReZero. Obviously, Subaru has been through many a challenge, although now having the very existence of the Witch of Envy appear and consume everything into that everlasting shadow. Is there a plan moving forward? I know he has gained a little bit of information, mainly about the other witches and indeed Beatrice as well. Is he actually going to be able to use any of it though? It does mean going back to the mansion. We all know that's dangerous, but pretty much everything else is, so why change a habit of a lifetime? Let's delve in and die some more. What is the destination? How do they get in front? The speed that it looked to be moving, and they don't exactly have mounts or anything. Which means that this is already a loss, but at least try to gain something from it. Yeah. The best you can do now is make the best of a bad situation. Okay. That would be one explanation. Is that any better? And why is he holding out the stone? I like the gusto. Not sure on the plan. I don't think this is something you can charge head on. Oh god, he's got to buy more clothes if he is to turn back. See, that's why you need to do more than just run at it. Whew! Even a strong beast like Garfield, that's gonna hurt. God, it's 360 sound there makes that real creepy. Is he going to get anything other than just the few words there? Oh, Saru. Subaru, that was dangerous. Christ, I don't want to know what he's being tormented with there. Yeah, the idea of love there is ever so slightly warped. Why is he remembering the handkerchief? Ah, that's what Echidna was messing with there. Well, considering that while you were chatting, this was going on in the background, probably. A dagger? This is... Yes! Saying I love you, I love you, I love you over and over and over again, and then watching them bleed out in front of you. Ugh, that would affect anyone. You've said it now, Subaru. Oh, as if he hadn't said anything of the like beforehand, but... No matter if it was a violent shadow sweeping across the land... Yeah, having... Remember that Amelia was the very likeness of the witch, so... Separating the two can be quite difficult. This, I mean, why so many of the villagers and other people kind of were so hostile to her. This is a change. This is a change though, because it's the first time that the roles are reversed here. And it's her comforting him. The only way I could get through that was by laughing. Wasn't there already the one where he cried his eyes out earlier with her? You can't put on a strong front the entire time. And having a bit of humanity is actually not such a bad thing. Well, that is Ram. The stench of the witch is on him. Is Subaru going to be able to say anything to pacify Garfield? Yep. Things have been worse. And I don't think having another meeting with Echidna or the others is going to... Huh? Is going to be useful. Is that really helping? Just take a squat. Sure. Yeah, the eyes of someone who is plotting something, although kind of necessary. Oh! Reliving every fragment of every world, of every failure, of every death. Christ, no wonder he broke. It's quite lucky that he just by running around he found it. Ah, the butterfly wing. Good thing there wasn't some sort of chant. Incantation. That's the word I was trying to look for. A big crystal. A big crystal with a little girl. Is this the actual version of her? The original? Ah. Do they have awareness of all the other versions of her and what they're doing? Like information network. More contracts. It always comes back to the contracts. Well, Subaru has that ability to bring those to him. Well, knowledge or something. I think I recall something similar, yes. Slightly, but also... At least give you a few minutes to take in what she's saying. Makes sense. So it's not an actual person or anything, it's just solidified mana into a being. If you're able to do something like that, why wouldn't you? This sounds like quite a good use of knowledge and magic. Especially if you can implant a soul. Eternal life. They are birds of a feather. Partial success. Is that why it was entombed in that crystal? Oh, that's nice. Is it like a constant rate? Good, otherwise it'll be like another plague upon the earth, like the rabbits. Just with pink-haired little girls. Fuck, okay. So how many are there now? And has she been following the orders of looking after the place for 400 years? And with so many of them running about, it's going to be quite, again, just as difficult to understand which ones you've spoken to and when. Yeah, let's not try to remember that. Cleverly disguised? You just didn't ask before you drunk it. Well, not that you would usually ask, but... Huh. That brings some questions. I'm sure he'd take it swimmingly. He could have worded it a bit better, I think, but well, yeah, let's go with that. Let's ignore the whole Dakimakura part. Bye. So what, are you going undercover by taking it? Yeah, sure, they still want their own bit of originality. I'm gonna have to try to remember that. And if he actually asks, should he ever get to tomorrow? Any particular reason why she's out and about at this time of night? Yep. Keep on with that act. The subtle glistening in the light there. Ah. It doesn't have to convey the same message as he wanted. Where has Puck been? What's he been doing? This was the only time that she didn't wake up in cold shivers and whatnot, so maybe it went well this time. Or maybe she just had more energy to put into looking over Subaru, considering he was a bit of a mess. Don't quite understand that saying. If it's for the betterment of others, she does throw herself in, even to her own detriment. That has been Subaru all the time, though, hasn't it? Even though he may not be the best, he's going to try his best and keep high spirits the entire time. So, any particular reason why the rabbits came that one time? No, Otto, you're the mother. Still trying to be that friend. Keep your voice down. People are sleeping. Even though there are people that would back him. Not the most secure way of leaving a letter. Good thing he hasn't forgotten about the trouble back at the mansion, but other than heading straight to Beatrice, finding out what's going on with her, and the contract there, and the book, I don't think I've seen any way that he's come up with to... Still a bit of CGI on the dragon there, but nothing too unmanageable. Has he come up with a plan to deal with Elsa? No. The fact that he is just being so upfront and forthwith with it. Well, that's one way to pacify her. Well, because he knows about you, Garfield. What gets him riled up? Do. Oh, okay. It's just the tease of what he was telling him. As if he hasn't risked his life so far. Probably can't guarantee that, but at least, yeah. If it helps Amelia, he won't do anything. The fact he is keeping his ground, being so stalwart in the face of Garfield, who is seen literally ripping him apart. True. What a thing to tell to Subaru. Subaru's probably the one who knows more than anyone. Ask his eyes there. See if he's lying. I'll take a stunned silence as Garfield accepting that. What a statement, though. I'll just get them out. Okay, yeah. So now the only ones that are there are Beatrice and Rem. Of course you do, Petra. In more ways than, yeah, even thought possible, it helped out. Saved his mental state and saved him from being swallowed by the darkness. Don't play with her poor heart, Subaru. Such innocence is what needs to be protected, really. If he's going to have to face hell itself, so others can have a smile like that, that's something he's going to put himself through. Sorry it took so long. Was this written in the book this time? And what happens to her once the contract is fulfilled? Beatrice has been that kind of character who hasn't really done all too much, at least on the surface. It seems like that. She's been there a few times, thrown Subaru out of a window, hit him with a book a few times, been that enigma in the library. But without the understanding of the plot and how it all intertwines, she doesn't seem to be instrumental in all of it. Even if she does have a book that tells her the progress and endings of the story. And with so many random contracts going around, maybe it's time for Subaru to write up his own. But the beginning there with the Witch of Envy and the piercing darkness cloying at his mind, with him being the object of her affection, how is he going to use that to his advantage? It's not exactly like he's able to hold a conversation with her. I would say invite her to tea, but that might upset her considering Echidna got there first. And so after the talk with Beatrice, what is going to manifest? Or de-manifest if certain unsettling thoughts aren't squashed. ReZero really has made itself to be quite intriguing and constantly rustling my jimmies, wanting me to watch more, keeping me on that teeter edge with those cliffhangers. I don't think I'm going to be stopping anytime soon. Don't think you will be either. If you enjoyed this one, please let me know down below. Leave a comment and a like. Subscribe to keep up to date. God damn, you may want to. Get some rest though. Enjoy me in the next one. If you want to be a beautifully preserved body that will sustain my channel for generations to come, and possibly spawn a whole bunch of offshoots, then consider joining onto my Patreon. I need to thank Sal, Raywin, Electrican, Denoman997, Shiwan, Jennifer Rojas, Mecha, Stinsfire, Big Boy, Yuki Ali, Shane Dunlop, Dark Shadow 7899 and everyone else. Because they are basically the blueprint which makes all of this possible.